Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Today's Hukamnama is on Ang 662 of Ad Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj by Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji. Dhanaasaree Mahalla Pehla. Kaya Kagad Man Parvana. Sir ke lekh na padai aana. काया कागद मन परवाना सिर के लेख ना पड़ा आना दरगह घड़ीह तीने लेख खोटा काम न आवै वेख नानक जे विच रूपा होए खरा खरा आखै सब कोय रहाओ कादी कूड़ बोल मल खाए ब्राह्मण नावै जिया काए जोगी जुगत न जानै अंध तीने उजाड़े का बंद सो जोगी जो जुगत पछाणै गुर प्रसादी एको जाणै काजी सो जो उल्टी करै गुर प्रसादी जीवत मरै सो ब्राह्मण जो ब्रह्म विचारै आप तरै सगले कुल तारै दान संबंध सोई दिल धोवै मुसलमान सोई मल खोवै पढ़िया बूझै सो परवान जिस सिर दरगह का निशान पढ़िया बूझै सो परवान जिस सिर दरगह का निशान। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। In the rag of Dhanaasaree, Guru Nanak Dev Ji speaks to us today. Kaya kagad man parvana, sir ke lekh na padai aana. They say the aana. Aana means a young one who has not yet realized, who has not yet become syana, who has not yet become wise. The opposite of being wise, foolish. They say that aana, that foolish person, has not recognized the sir ke lekh, has not recognized the inscriptions on their forehead. They have not recognized what they're here to do. They have not realized the purpose of their life is to connect to the divine. Kaya kagad man parvana. Guru Sahib says that the body is the paper and the mind, the consciousness, parvana, the mind starts to think that this body is parvana. Parvana means forever, sat, truth. The mind starts to think that this body is forever, it is permanent, it is the ultimate truth. But Guru Sahib says, Sir ke lekh na pade aana. That aana, that foolish person who believes this to be true, has not yet understood their true destiny. Dargah घड़ीह तीने लेख खोटा काम न आवै वेख. They say in the dargah, in the court of the Lord, 3 types of people are going to be fashioned or minted, just like coins are minted. Khota kaam na aavai vek. And on that dargah, in that court of the Creator, a court cannot stay there. Court means a deception, inside being something else and outside presenting yourself as something else. Inside being a non-spiritual person, but outside representing yourself as a religious, pious person. In the dargah, in the court of the Lord, these 2 things cannot go together. Nanak je vich rupa hoye. Guruji says, if there is silver, rupa means pureness, silver. It really literally means silver, but it is represented as pureness. If there is pureness in one, khara khara akhai sab koi, everyone in that dargah, in that court, will say khara. Khara meaning genuine, that this person is genuine. Rahao, Guruji wants us to pause and think about this. Kadi kood bol mal khai. So who are those 3 people? The first person is represented here as a Qazi. Qazi is an Islamic community religious leader. Maharaj says that the community leader of the Islam community is speaking lies and eating filth. Brahman nava jiya kai. And the Brahmin, the religious leader of the Hindus, Guruji says he takes a bath in the blood of the people he kills. Yogi jogat na jane and the yogi, another type of a religious practitioner and even leader, does not understand the jugati. Maharaj says jogat na jane and. The yogi is blinded by his own ego, does not recognize the jukti, the path of spirituality. Teene ujade ka band. Guru Sahib says all these three are creating their own destruction, and not only their destruction, but whoever associates with them gets destroyed as well. Guruji is using an example of different religious community leaders and showing that sometimes these leaders, they themselves are blinded with their ego, possibly with other things, with their attachment to the world, attachment to materialistical possessions. Therefore, they are not who they are representing themselves to be. Outside, they may look religious, they may wear certain garments to categorize themselves as religious, but internally, they're filled with filth. Internally, they're stuck within lust, anger, greed, attachment, and ego. So Yogi, Jo Jogata Pachana, now Guru Sahib is going to go through their definition of who a yogi, who a Brahmin, who a Qazi should be. They say a yogi, they start with the yogi first, is that who recognizes the path. That who recognizes the path of spirituality, the path of finding oneself, the path of connecting to the divine, the path of sadhana, the path of bhakti, devotion. That is a yogi, Guruji says. Gur Prasadi Eko Jana. Through the Guru's grace, they recognize that one creator. Qazi so jo ulti kara. Who is a Qazi? Now Guruji speaks about who a Qazi should be. A Qazi is that who turns away from the world, turns away from the five vices, turns away from materialistical possessions, the attachment to materialistical possessions. They turn away from the attachment to their ego. That is a Qazi. Gur Prasadi Jivatamara. They say through the Guru's grace, that is a Qazi who, yet while being alive, they are dead. They are dead while being alive. What does that mean? Their ego has died. Their hankar has died from inside. They walk on this earth, but they don't have the selfless. They're not selfish anymore like they used to be. Now, every step, every word they speak, every step they take is for humanity. That is a Qazi. So Brahman, jo Brahma bichara. Now lastly, Guru speaks about the Brahman. Who is a Brahman? Maharaj says a Brahman is one who lives up to their name. Brahman. Brahm means the creator. Maharaj says, so Brahman, that is a Brahman, jo Brahm bichara, who has recognized, who has contemplated, who remembers Brahm. That is a Brahman who remembers Brahm. That is a Brahman who remembers the Creator. That one who remembers the Creator at all times, who contemplates the Creator, who contemplates the path of spirituality at all times, Maharaj says, that is a Brahman. Aaptara sagale kulatara. He or she saves themselves. They save themselves and they save all those around them. They save themselves and they save generations behind and coming. That is a Brahman. Dhanaasaree soi dilatova. In the last stanza, Guru Sahib says, Dhanaasaree, which means wise. That person is wise who washes their heart. That person is wise who cleans their heart. Musalman soi malakova. That person can call himself a Musliman who loses all the filth from inside, the filth of ego, the filth of the I, always saying that I am this, I am that, I am an engineer, I am a giver, I am so great, I do kirtan, I do sadhana. The I does not leave us. When someone leaves this I, we lose all the filth associated, because all the filth comes from this I. Manas says that person is a Musliman who loses all of their impurity of the I. Padya buja so parvan. Manas says that person is padya, is knowledgeable. That person is literate, that has understood themselves. Buja. And that person is parvan. That person is now accepted in the court of the God, in the court of God. Jis sir dargah ka nisaan. And all this type of blessings of recognizing yourself, of losing your filth, of becoming pure, of understanding who you are, all this comes from that dargah, from the court of the Creator. Whoever receives the nisan, the insignia, the stamp of approval beforehand, they are able to receive this blessing of finding themselves. They are able to receive this blessing of losing their filth. Whoever has received this insignia, Sad Sangat Ji, we're blessed because we have all received this insignia. We have all received this stamp from the dargah because we're able to listen to katha. We're able to listen to kirtan. When one is able to engage in their sadhana, engage in kirtan and katha, their devotion, then that person has received that stamp from the Creator themselves, from the dargah, from the court of the Lord. Only then are we able to engage in the Sad Sangat. Only then are we able to come into the community of the holy and practice a living of truth. Sad Sangat Ji, this ends today's Hukanama. Please forgive us for many mistakes. We'll read the last two lines and then say Fateh. Padya buja so parvan, jis sir dargah ka nisaan. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.